Good morning, good people. Welcome to the Stolen Game on the Go. I ain't gonna hold you. We're gonna get straight to it. Peep game. Hey, today we're gonna talk about family. When I looked up family, there were two definitions. One was kind of plain and dry, and pretty much all it stated was, in order to be a quote-unquote family, either you can have the same blood or you be connected ancestral-wise. Then the other definition for family was this: loyalty, selflessness, and genuine love. Now, when you a kid, you think as a kid, and you think that family is blood. Family means well. You automatically assume that loyalty, love, and selflessness is included in family. I used to think that when parents have a child, that child comes from the parents. But now that I'm older, I know that not to be true. The parents are just a vessel to be used for the kid or kids to get here. See, just because you are biologically connected to a family, it does not mean that that is your family. People pretending to be family, when they act or they show you who they are, that place that they're speaking from a place of ungodliness. I'm going to give you an example. Let's say a parent looks their child in the face and tells them they ain't shit. Is that a place of godliness or ungodliness? How about a quote-unquote female preacher who sits down and gossips about another family member to the point where she calls that person out of their name? Is that alleged preacher speaking from a godly place or ungodly place? I was kind of inspired by a certain hypocrite who tends to think that a grown person who hasn't called, visited them in years thinks that somebody cares about what they think about them. Here's the thing about life. Life has a way of teaching you things voluntarily and involuntarily. Let me give you a little tidbit about me. I wasn't raised with my father. I would rather him have left me so I can become the man that I am today than for him to stay and me be just like him and be shot up, stabbed up, and have babies everywhere. That's why I respect him. I prayed to God. I asked him, I said, hey man, give me the strength to endure whatever this world throws at me. I didn't know what I was asking for. I was a kid. But today, here I stand a man. More of a man than any male that was in my life. That strength can only come from my Father, my God. When you're strong and you're actually walking and you're trying to do your best impersonation of the Father's Son, you get this strength about you. You don't even know where it comes from. To whereas you can overcome, but learn how to cope with the passing of your daughter. And you can ignore the people that acted like they was in your daughter's life, but in actuality, they didn't have a relationship. That's the strength that you get, and you don't know where you get it from, but you get it from him. Or you get the strength to cope with the death of your wife, and you're able to bite your tongue and hold back all the negative facts that you can spew at those people who came to both of your loved one's funeral, who only showed their face to try and save face. You sit and gossip about how you was with that person when in actuality, God knows you wasn't. The only people who would take you serious will be those who don't know no better and those that wasn't there. Those tendencies and those traits come from an ungodly place. If you are a true Christian or you trying to get your best impression of Christendom, you know that there are going to be a bunch of people when tribulation comes that's going to sit up there and holler all that good shit about, hey, God, I did this in your name. I preached about you in my church. It is scripture where he's going to look at you and tell you, get away from me, you authors of lawlessness. Now back to other families that's dealing with the same different scenarios, just as volatile as mine. I'm going to pray for you, man, because I know it's hard. It was hard for me not to go ballistic because of certain things that I heard. But you know what also rung in my ear? You trying to change. And you trying to be your best impersonation of my son. I have no ill will. I just choose not to be around miserable, immature, fake people. To those families who are going through the same thing that I'm going through, trying to fight a good fight, and Satan keep trying to pull you in, I'm praying for you to stay prayed up, man. God sits high and looks low, and that's game on the go.